Hi everyone, welcome back, and hi to all my new subscribers. I'm very pleased and excited to announce that I have hit 3,000 subscribers. I think 3,019 as of this morning. So thank you everyone very much for supporting me. And today I'm going to be making some happy mail or racks or whatever you want to call them. And I've pulled out some stuff, and I'm going to use an envelope as the base for all of this. The idea is that I've got all this stuff that I've made and other stuff that I haven't made that I've purchased. So these are some of the things I've made in videos, and I thought that rather than just collecting them all, I would do a happy mail with some of them. So that's what today is about, to show you how to make the base for the happy mail, and then I'm going to put things in it, show you what I put in it. And then I'm going to give it away to somebody. And so if you keep watching, I'll tell you how you can win this in a giveaway. Now, because I've cut that, I need to seal this edge again before I put my two envelopes on. And I have a piece of manila folder. So this is just the spine of manila folder that I've cut, and I've kept the spine. So I thought maybe I'd use that as my sealing method. And that way I'll get a nice firm seal on there. So I will start by cutting that down, and then I need some papers to decorate it up with. So I'll grab those and we'll go on from there. This is a good chance to use up your scraps. So I've got my tub of scraps out. That's just what I keep them in. And I'll go through and I'll use those on top of the paper to do the decoration on the envelopes. So just line this up and chop it. So my thought would be that maybe somebody who gets this may well keep it and keep the stuff in here. So I want to make it reasonably sturdy, and that is why I'm going to seal it like this. Start with some glue down the back, and hopefully it will work out how I'm expecting it to work out. You never know. I've had the gardener here this morning. I'm quite late making my video today because he came and he was chopping down stuff. Now at the back of our house we have a big pool. We don't have any lawn, just a pool. And I thought we'd get it chopped back because it's really getting quite out of control. And the gardener came to do that. And we have a big, oh, I don't know, if you live in Australia you'd know them. They're big palms and they're called yuccas. Just hoping that would fit on there, but it's a bit too small. I might cut my envelope down actually. This is just a piece of manila cardstock. I thought to put that on the back to give it some weight. I could do it in paper though. No, I think I'll just do it in this. Yeah, so he was here, and these big things called yuccas, which were really, really tall, like well over the height of the fence. And they're right, the garden is right beside the pool. So there's only about, I don't know, maybe a metre between the garden bed and the pool, if that. And he chopped this big one down, and I was watching because I thought, oh, this will be fun to watch. And it was more fun than I expected, because what happened was he chopped it, and the big branch, which was probably maybe like 6 foot, he cut off the top of it, and it fell into the pool. And it's really, really leafy plant, or got really long thin leaves, and there's a lot of them. And as it fell into the pool, out of the top of it came a possum. It fell in the pool as well. And he told me, and I went, oh, there's a possum in the pool. And the possum then swam madly for the edge. Our pool is quite long, so it swam for the edge, and I didn't think it was going to get out, but it managed to get out, which was good. And then it ran up along the side of the pool, and I actually filmed it. I might put a bit in, I'm not sure. I may put a little bit of video of the possum running along the pool, and then it climbed up the pool pole. So we have this long pole with a basket and net on the end that we use, you know, to get leaves and things out of the pool, and that was resting against the fence. And it climbed up that, and then it came to this big piece of wood that we have there, this sort of big fence, big post where our pergola is. And it just, then it tried to get off that and climb up that to get over the fence, but it couldn't get hold of it. So it was madly trying to get over it. And it was well, it wasn't funny for the poor possum, but I had fun watching. The poor thing was trying to get over and it couldn't. And then the mower man, the guy who was doing the garden, he told me that there was a second one as well. And he said it jumped and it didn't get in the pool, but I didn't see that. I was too busy watching the poor possum come out of the head of the tree and into the pool. And he said there was a second one. But anyway, this one, and then it couldn't get over, so then it sat for a while on this pole, this plastic pole, and then eventually it ran down the plastic pole, and we had a big lot of leaves and, you know, stuff from the palms. They shed a lot of their leaves, so we had a lot of that there waiting for the mower man to pick it up as well for us. And he did that, and then the possum ran under that. I said, oh, watch out, the possum's in that lot of stuff, because, you know, they can be quite dangerous actually, because they get into you. There's two pieces there. Oh, okay, let's do one. They can scratch you, and quite severely actually. So even though they're lovely and cute looking, they can be quite dangerous if you get close to them. But anyway, it was the funniest thing. I had fun this morning. I was, poor old poss. And that was my morning. Then of course I got all the garden cut out, which was really good to get all that mess cut out of there really. So I've just covered that with some scrapbook paper. Fairly simple, basic sort of thing. And now I'll pop this in here and try and get something centered and cut. Okay, that doesn't want to cut. Why not? Maybe I need to cut it the other way, I think. No, that is not going to cut. And I don't know why. Oh, it's probably too thick. I think that's the problem. I forgot that I have that layer of manila folder there as well. So I'm just going to cut where it's marked. So it'll be fairly even. I just want to put that in there because I want to make sure that when the stuff's in there, they can get it out. There you go. And then, because I've got that bit of white showing, I'm going to put another piece in here. You just have to find, it doesn't have to be a big piece, just a little long piece that can go in there. And you know, it doesn't even have to match really, it just needs to be a piece. Like maybe this one. I think that will do. Yes, so that was my morning. I don't know if you have wildlife like that around your place, but that's what we have at our place, or we had. I'm sure they'll find a new home to go to, hopefully. That's a bit tight. I need to trim it a little bit more. Yes, I'll put that side up. I might put that side up. That's pretty, isn't it? Let's pop this in. Slide that in there. Better to make it a bit smaller, I think, because then it will actually go in nicely. And I'll just show you if you can see that. This is me going outside. Anyway, see if I can show you that. I probably need to, oh no, it's up the right way, yes. And look at the possum. Can you see him up here? He's on that pool fence. And then he just sat there for a while. And then, oh, I've got it out of shot, sorry. And then, I hope that didn't make you feel sick. I'm panning back to where the guy's trimming all our trees at the back. And that's a big one that he was trimming, and it plopped into the pool with the possum. And then I think he then started to move. So I ran out. There he is, running along. I want to move the camera because he's moving. And he ran into this stuff at the back. And then he was in there for ages. He was just sitting there. So that was fun. I don't know if you keep this. Maybe you could use this after you've emptied it and have it as a pocket. It's fairly big though, but maybe you could use it if you were doing like a lap book or something. I think it'd be the good size for that. I just want to make sure that it's down properly and nicely firm. Okay, so that's that. And then I'm going to put these on now. And then this I will put another piece on. If I've got I think I've got a longer piece than that. If I look under here. Not that one, there must be one more because I cut 4 this morning. There you go. I knew I'd find one the right size. So that's going to go on the back. So I don't really like these envelopes because they have these little flappy bits on them here. So I thought instead of trying to deal with those, I'll just chop them to the ends. Maybe that's the way I can deal with them. And then if I chop that to the end and then cut this here. Actually, I probably shouldn't have cut it. I think I should have left it and tucked it in because I could put a piece of paper on that as well. But I think that's better than leaving them. So not just very attractive, are they? And it also makes it really hard to put something on here without following around that curve there. And I don't want to have to do that. I've just had a very excited call from my daughter who's been, we've been renovating and helping her fix up her unit. And she was going to rent it, but she decided on over the Easter weekend that she didn't want to rent it, and she decided that she would actually sell it. And that was on Sunday. Anyway, the lady came out on Tuesday and it's now sold. So how quick was that? It was like 2 days. Really, really happy for her that that's all done and she doesn't have to worry about it anymore. We got that sold fairly quickly. It was worth all the work, I think, and for a good price too, I've got to say. They're all got marks in them. I must have been making pockets out of those. I thought I could use some, but I can't. I've had a very, very exciting morning so far here. What about this one? I could use this one. I think I'll put that in there. Again, I'll just mark that and chop it down. There, that's it. And then when I put this in, make sure it's going to go in first. I like to put them in like that and then put the glue on it and pull it back out toward me. Otherwise I have trouble putting things in. I'll put a little bit of glue under that piece there as well. And then if I slip this back out and put it on here, like that. So you can do this with any sized envelopes. I know I've had a couple of queries, I think I mentioned it last time, about people saying, can you tell me what sizes you're using and give me a list of tools and instructions. And as I said last time, I can't do that because it's just, for me, it's too time consuming because I don't really have a plan when I start. If I had a plan that I'd written down and said this is what I'm going to do, I could do that, but I don't do that. I just sit down and start playing, and that's why I would then have to go back and look at everything and, you know, write a list of things and etc, etc. And I just have way too many hobbies. I don't have the time, unfortunately, to do that for everyone. So I apologise for that, but I really, you know, I'm not a structured person in terms of how I work. I work very organically, and therefore I don't even make a list for myself. I just sit down and think, what will I do today? Pull out a few products and then start doing it. But you can always go back and watch the video, or watch the video the first time and make your own list of things. I put that upside down. I didn't want to, but I don't think it matters. Never mind. And then go back and make them and then go through with them again and watch the video a second time and make it with me if that's what you want to do. So I'm hoping soon I'm hoping to do some classes actually. That's my plan, is to get some classes going. Now I can use this piece because it's got a bit of a crease in it and I didn't get rid of it because it's so nice. And I know that these are all really random, but I don't mind that. I'm just using my scraps and that's why they're random. I'll put a little bit on here to start with and here, and I much prefer how I've tucked that because now I've got that little mark there. I could put some washi on it, or I could not bother about it at all. It doesn't really matter that much, I don't think. But I will, however, mark this. Oh, that's right on the edge of there. So that's good because it's got a line on it so I can follow it this time. I was watching Tina from Shabby Dabby Doodah over Easter, and that girl, honestly, she is the most amazing freehand cutter. If you haven't seen her freehand cut something, I suggest you go and watch, because she can just cut even circles and ovals with the exact border. She was cutting around these photos with this little, like, maybe a 1/4 of an inch border or less all the way around, and she just cut it freehand, and it was pretty amazing to watch. I've got to tell you, I was pretty amazed. I thought, well, that's very clever. Will I put this side? I think I will. I like this side. Yeah, so if you haven't seen Tina, I think that's her name, yeah, Tina from Shabby Dabby Doodah, then you should go and watch her do some freehand cutting, because apart from the fact that she's really good at everything else, that is just an amazing skill, the way she handles those scissors. I bet we all wish we could cut like that and get perfect distance and edging every time. Now with this bed, I just had an idea, and I'm just wondering if it's a bit of a silly idea, but you know what? I think I'm going to do it anyway. Now, I had a couple of people who mentioned that the thing that I threw in the bin the other day that I said really didn't work for me was actually, they went, why did you throw that in the bin? And they gave me some suggestions as to what I could do with it, which was very nice of them, I thought. And I think that it's gone now. I threw it in the bin, so it's too late. Now what I'm doing is just cutting some circles off here. I'll show you why in a minute. So if I put those in there, and obviously I'll have to trim the edges off, then how am I going to get this one to go around that? I think the answer is that I'm not. If I put that there, let's just stick this down. It's just an idea I had to use up these papers that I've scored. If I put that one down there, just on the edge of that paper, and then I put the circle, actually I don't need all of this circle, I put the circle over the top like that, and you can't really tell that that's not cut underneath. That would be the plan, not being able to tell that. I'm not sure this is going to work, but we'll keep on going and see what I can make of it. Okay, now I just need to put this one here, or A1 there. I can't put, oh, maybe I can put the back of the map. Yeah, I can too. The back of the map on here should be plenty because it came out of there. And then one more down here, I think. I'm going to put some words on it. I'm not sure. These are Tim Holt's Big Chat. Here you go. They come in a packet with the ring bound. I'm not sure if they make them anymore. They're fairly new, so I think that they would make them, but I really don't know. And I thought it might be a good idea to put something on here. What I do like about these is that they are in alphabetical order, so it's easy to say, is there, you know, oh, that's one sheet. Is there such and such a word? And if there is, it will be there in alphabetical order. What do I want to put on here? What about from? I wonder if they have me. I-J-K-L, no, yes, me. And do they have to? And you? Could I be that lucky? S-T and then you. They do too. How about that? Maybe I'll just put it down here. From, I have to find the me now. I've lost it here. Me to you. It's very clever, isn't it? Didn't think they'd have those really, but they do. In fact, they have a couple of the me's and the you's and the to's. Me to you. Oh, there's only one you, but I will use it anyway. From me to you. There you go. I have cut out some of the doors. Now, the doors come from, let me just grab the pack. I don't think I've got the front of it anymore. It's this one here. It's one of the paper pads, you know, the 6x8. And this one is just all about doors. Okay, so I've cut some of those out because I thought that I could use them on the front of here. I don't know why I thought that. I just thought maybe it would look all right. Just need to trim this white edge off a little bit though. I don't want the white edge showing necessarily. And then if I just put them down so that they are different heights, different sort of sizes, put them over the top of one another. There you go. What do you think? How's that look? Not too bad, huh? Yes, all right. Well, I've got that on there now. So that was a bit of a chore, but I've done it. And then I put a little something in there on the bottom in the stickers. And then that one there. So I have got some typing book page. I'm going to fold this, I think, actually. I'll get a better piece than that. That's just the intro. It doesn't have any interesting typing and things on it. Here, I'll put the contents on this. I love the way that they've got their name or something at the top. It's great, isn't it? Okay. Now, I think I'll have to fold this in half, unfortunately, or it's not going to fit. And you're probably thinking, how are they going to use it? Well, this would be something that you'll take apart. So I think I'm going to just put one staple in it when I'm finished. And then you can pull the staple out and then you can pull these pieces out and you can use them. That is the plan. And I'm going to mix it up with different things. For example, I've got this book here, which is another one of the Minte junk book. And this one is actually called Junk Book. And I think that that should fit in there. So it'll be a mixture of both vintage and non-vintage. Now, that is going to be a little bit wider, but it still fits in my pocket. So I'm going to just start by putting these in. I also have this one here, which is the tags. So we'll put one of these in as well, will we? Why not? These are great. I really like these ones because you can cut them out and just use them in a variety of ways. And in fact, I think I'm going to do something with them in tomorrow's video. Just had a thought about what I might be able to do. Now I've got the typing page, and sorry about the noise because I'm shoving things out of the way so I can find more of my stuff. This is the big piece of the flowers, florals. Again, this is going to be too big, isn't it? Okay. I wonder if that would fit in there and stick up out the back. I have some music paper. Again, it will need to be folded because it's so big. And I have some of this. Now this is like from an old hand-typed textbook. And it comes from here in Brisbane. And that's lovely. It feels really nice. Again, that's probably too big. I think I've made my pocket a bit small actually. Yeah, that's way too big. I might just have to include that rather than put it on this. I had this thought that this was going to work, but it's not going to work terribly well. Never mind. I'll keep going. This is the Pitman shorthand book, this one here. So I'll get something with actual shorthand on it from here. Oh, actually, this is the this is not the shorthand itself. This is actually the results. You get the exercises and then they have the results. So this is like, I guess, what they use to check their answers. Shorthand exercises and examination tests. There's another one of the typing books. So I'll pop that in too. It's got a actual typing on it. See? Oh, that's the exercise from the typing book. And I also have one of these. Now, this is going to be a little bit too big as well. This is one of the vintage alphabet things that I've got. I don't have them anymore. I had bought this really old book. I found it, I don't know, maybe in the vintage shop. And it was full of these old typefaces, and most of it is now gone to better homes. And I just kept a little bit for myself, but I'll give that some of that as well. And what else have I got here? Now I've got this, what is it? Oh, so this is a bit of my family tree stuff. I know that probably doesn't sound very exciting, but you might use it. It's the old dot matrix printer and it's got some of my family names on one side, but this side's all right. You just have to ignore the things I've got there where I've scribbled things out as I've transferred them over. So I'll put that in. And what else? I'm going to have to fold this quite significantly. This is an old children's pattern book and I simply love the font, just gorgeous. But I am going to have to fold it in 3 or it's not going to go anywhere near fitting. I'll put that in there. And I have, oh here you go. This is actually Spanish and it's an old journal page. But the back of it is just an old piece of paper. So I think that I'll tear this off because I haven't scanned that journal page yet, so I'll keep that. But you can see, I don't know if you can see that through there, but it's got the watermark in it. Can you see that on camera? Just try and get that into shot. See the watermark in the paper? Villa Seca it says. I don't know what that means. Seca means dry, I can tell you that. This came from a market in Barcelona, from the huge markets that are there. I'm just going to fold that in half. This will be another one that I won't be able to fit into the envelope, but I'll put that in the back of that. And I also have, I'm trying to find some more, oh yes, here. This is a piece of the old chemist page, which again I will fold. It won't fit on my little thing, but it'll go in the back, just separate. That's what you're getting. Sorry about that, it's just how it's working out really. What else have I got? Oh, here I've got this. This is fun, isn't it? Pulling out all these old papers that I sort of forgotten. I had a big pile of these oversized papers and I thought I'll try and use some of them. So obviously this is an old book from the 28th of January 1936. It's called The Bazaar and it was 2 shillings. Maybe. I like that back. I might send that back. And then it's got the old advertising in here as well. How nice is that? And this is really old as well, of course. 1936, it's a while ago. And what else have I got? Just trying to see what else I've got around here. Oh, and then I've got some other things. So let me just move these out of the way. Let me just move these. And I've got some of the Tim Holtz journaling cards. Thought they might be a good thing to pop in. And I also have some small ones as well as some large ones like that. Okay, I think my plans have gone a bit astray, but anyway, it is what it is and I can't do anything about it. Let me tell you, the morning's been crazy, so that's my defense. I've had a crazy morning with possums and things and a whole heap of other things that have gone wrong and right this morning, so I just have to put up with it. And then also, oh, I bought these. Now, I don't really know if I like these very much, but anyway, these are some postcards. I got them off Amazon and I didn't realise that they were coming out of China. I don't normally buy things like that simply because, you know, they're not really for me. But I thought they looked really nice, and because they were from Amazon, I figured, you know, they must be something, but I didn't realise. And so I will include a couple of these as well. I don't know if you like them or not, but I'll pop a couple in and do some music paper, and there's a botanical and that'll do. But I might have to do something else with these because I've got a few of them in that packet there. Now with these ones, they might fit in here. Look at that, perfect. I wonder if the journaling cards will fit in here. They will, excellent. I forgot about that I had those little pockets on the side there. And then some of my ephemera that I've been making lately. I thought maybe you'd like some of that. So there's one of those. Let's do the sort of different ones that I've done over the past whatever. So I've got one of those, the butterflies, that's a bit of the other paper. There's one of the Tim Holtz ones. These have sort of curled a little bit, but you can probably straighten them out. And you can have that one and that one. And then I included the wallpaper one. You probably don't want two wallpaper ones, but anyway. So this lot here. So I'm going to pop these in here as well. They might be flat by the time they get posted and sent off if I put them in there. And then I'm going to pop these ones in here. I'll just make sure where's those? You have to get your hand in there. I might put those back in the top piece like I was going to. Put all these in here. It's going to be a bit bulgy. Never mind. They can all go in there. I don't even know if it's still going to shut. Let's have a look. That will shut and that will kind of shut. I put the staple through there. It's barely gone through though, but it is what it is. Now let's see if this will fit after all that. Yay, look at that, it fits. All right, that's not too bad. And these other papers, so you'll have that and that. And then these other papers will be underneath at the back. Now I've moved some of these ones out because that was a bit bulky for in there. I might be able to poke them in here. And then this one I can poke in here, I think. Yep, there you go. That's much better. It's not quite as bulky now. So that is the pack. So if you are interested in that and you would like to win it, now I'm also going to write on the back of it. It's terrible. You'll have to have my writing, but at least you'll know where it came from, won't you? Okay. There you go. Now, if you want to be in the draw to win this, and it is open worldwide, don't mind where I send it. I always send my things worldwide because as an Australian, I know how horrible it is when you get left out because you live too far away from everything and they won't let you go in the draw or, you know, because you live too far away. But I will send it worldwide. Look, it's falling apart already, but if you still want this dodgy thing I've made, it'll be fine. I'll stick it down. You won't even notice. You didn't see me do that, did you? No, nothing to look at here. Step away from the car, okay? So if you want to win this little prize, then you need to leave me a comment on the video. And what I'd like you to leave me a comment on is, let me see, I don't mind really, maybe your favourite product or any questions you have for me about possums or houses or otherwise. I'm happy to answer whatever questions I happen to get. Yeah, maybe your favourite product or just general questions or things you'd like to see. Really, I'm quite flexible. It's whatever you want, really. And if you do that, then I will draw this. Now, it will go up tomorrow, so that will be the 9th of April. 10, 11, 12, 13. I will draw it on the 14th. Yes, so after the 14th of April, so the video will go up on the 15th. So let's say by lunchtime on the 14th of April. Now remember that that is Australian Eastern Standard Time, which we are 10 hours ahead of GMT, if you're wanting to know. And if you do that, then I will come back on that day and I'll do a video to draw it, and then I will send it off to whoever wins it in terms of the name that pops out. Just a random draw. So thank you very much, everyone, and thank you very much for allowing me to have so many lovely subscribers on YouTube. I appreciate you subscribing, and if you haven't already, you have to be a subscriber to be in the draw for this, and I do check. And I also appreciate all the lovely comments that you leave. And somebody the other day said it's just like having a whole heap of pen pals around the world. And it's just so true. We're very lucky to live in this age where technology allows us to interact no matter where we live. So until tomorrow, this is Deborah. Cheers.